From the morgue in Guatemala City, to the countryside in Colombia, to the favelas or slums of Rio de Janeiro, nowhere in the world are young people more likely to be murdered than in Latin America. 30 times more likely, in fact, than in Europe, 3 times more than in North America, and twice as much as in Africa, according to a new report by the Latin American Network of Technological Information. The chilling study confirms what is already common knowledge, that in Latin America, young people between the ages of 14 and 25 are killing and being killed like nowhere else. The reason, according to experts like Ricardo Gil Lavedra, is not simply poverty, but inequality.
Latin
America is not the world's poorest region, but it is the most unequal on the planet. And now, as we see, it is the most violent because it has the highest murder rate.
A murder rate that is soaring, even in supposedly gentrified Argentina. On the way to the cemetery, the funeral procession for Rodolfo Gonzalez stops in front of his school to pay tribute to the 18-year-old student who was abducted earlier this week on the way to play football. He was shot and then his body set on fire by a group of youths who wanted $18,000 in ransom.
My brother was going to graduate this week. He was a top student, a good friend. There's no explanation for this.
But there is. The rise in drug use, the gap between rich and poor, and the absence of state policies to address the unprecedented rise in crime.
At night, it's often too dangerous to drive by this busy interstate road, and that's because it's right next to one of Buenos Aires' largest slums. From this pedestrian bridge, a lot of people from that slum over there grab rocks at night, they throw it down below to try to force cars to stop and to rob them. And there have been scores of people killed in the process. As usual, the police are conspicuous by their absence.
The culprits are almost without exception young people.
Inequality irritates. Inequality generates a feeling of animosity because it means that income is concentrated unequally in a few hands in detriment to the rest.
Authorities in Buenos Aires province are now calling for the legal age to be lowered in order to imprison criminals whose ages are younger and younger. A regional phenomena in which young people, whether guilty or not, are above all the victims. Lucia, Newman, Al Jazeera, Buenos Aires.